So about last week, I had most of my trades in Euro USD and scantily from GBP AUD and USD card. Okay, so just like what I actually said on my last analysis on Euro USD, if you watched the weekly review about what I'll be expecting. Okay, so I found out that I was looking to sell from this level. Okay, and as you can see, price sold off, and I had entries on different days. So you can easily see the entries or the areas I actually sold from. So on Wednesday, I sold from this fair value gap right there. Okay, I found my confirmation. I sold from there. On Tuesday, I actually sold from that's Thursday. I actually sold from this rejection block right here because we are still targeting there. And on Friday, I sold from this fair value gap, which price hit my stop loss, went up a bit, and then sunk to the targets, which is part of the game. Okay, so um, here you can see if I open these trades, you can see where I posted my trades on my free community. You can see the Euro USD, the days 5th and 6th of March. Okay, and then this trade is a mistake. I was trying to open a buy position, then I opened a sell position. I closed it fast. You can see the position sizes are identical. This was USD card, which I'll talk about, and then the Euro USD I lost on Friday is this. GBP AUD was a sell also. Now, if you check some of my executions, and you need to see when I was holding the EU trades from that 4 hour fair value gap. Okay, and all the entries I told you about, the fair value gap, the rejection block, and all these entries, I posted it while they were running. Okay, so that is therefore this one I lost it. You've seen it, but it's a perfect trade in line with everything, no rule broken. So on GBAUD, my sell took place here. Okay, that's where my sell took place. The liquidity sweep. Myself. Now, if you remember the video when I talked about what I was expecting for GBAD, I was expecting a sell because all the time frames I'm looking at are all selling. Weekly, daily are all selling. So I was waiting for a 4 hour. No, since the 4 hour was bearish, I was waiting for a return to a POI, and it happened to be liquidity. So if this is the 4 hour trend, I've actually cleaned it up. So when it flipped bullish, I was calm. The moment we took out this low, I knew that now we are ready for selling again. So when we returned to POI, of course, there's OB here, but this is liquidity, and liquidity is a POI to me. During New York, which is this pink area, now look for sales. Okay, so true. That was exactly how that one happened. So this is exactly how the trade looked when I was holding it. Okay, I think I posted that trade before it happened. Let me see. Yep, yep. Okay, this is when I posted it. So I'll look for more bearish entries moving forward. So I posted what I'll be expecting in that video on my channel, and this is exactly the trade. This is the liquidity. Looking at it from the 15 minutes perspective, this is liquidity on the 4 hours I was taking out, and this is the trade. And that was like the first win of the week, which you see. So that happened here. So these are all the trades I took. The USD card, I lost the USD card. So I've been bullish on all time frames, okay, based on my last week analysis. So what we're doing right now is a summary. I don't want to go too deep into stuff, but it's like a summary. So this was the level I was trying to buy from during my session on Friday, okay, when USD card shifted bullish to align with what daily and weekly was doing, and then I lost to the trade. Perfect trade, but it didn't just work out. Okay, so that's like the summary of my last week trades. Ended profitable. We thank God for that. Now, looking into this week, let's move forward. So for this week, I got my eyes on GBP AUD. In fact, I'm even waiting for an entry as we speak. So why is that so? So judging from what we're seeing on a monthly time frame, always okay, we ran this buy side and we have been bearish all through, and we are seeking lows. Now, although we are positioned, we took out this low and we are seeing these month of March candle acting like it's trying to form bullish. Well, there has not been any sign to act on that yet. So to be able to act on that, which is still the same low we are seeing here, to be able to act on that, I want to see the weekly time frame form a prominent high, okay, and probably pulls back to a rejection block or FVG. And then once that happens, my whole entire bias on the lower time frame, everything will change to bullish, because that's a sign I want to cover all these gaps and do something massive, even go higher. But if that does not happen, I'm not eager to get myself involved with looking at it from the perspective of we ran a sell side and we're about to go higher. Okay, since that has not happened, I'm not looking at that perspective. We are still operating with the former perspective, buy side run. We're expecting lower prices, and it has been going down for some time. So I'm still sticking to that plan. Weekly also going down aggressively. I know we took out this low, but there is no sign yet that we are ready to go up. The candles are not showing me what I want yet, so we are sticking with old bias bears. On the daily, it's still respecting this more because you can see the daily is bearish, right? Bearish. Did you see that? It's bearish. So in such situation, I'm not trying to do anything other than bears. This is an OB we retraced to, and I'm expecting price to come back down to this low. That's my draw on liquidity for the daily time frame. Now for the 4 hours, what's going on? So what did you see? We have this high swept, price broke structure here, a shift, and return to order block. Okay, my definition of order block is smallest candle before a break. So that's right here. You see before this break, and price just tapped it. My eye is on this low. I'm expecting price to take out this low, this New York session that I'm actually looking at things. So where am I trying to sell from? Well, now I'm going to be bearish throughout today until price does take out this high or takes out this low. So if price takes out this high on 4 hours, I'll chill on any sales. I will not go in. But if price takes out this low, I'll still be bearish, okay? But I'm not gonna do anything until there is a major retest. So if price breaks here, I need to see another retest to another key level again before I try to sell. So if it breaks here, yes, I'm still bearish. I just need a better entry price. But right now, what would make me abandon sales for the day or for some time is if price crosses here, I would not engage in any sales, because that's a signal that this whole daily zone might fail. Okay, as a signal that might fail. So my entry areas I would like to enter from if price gets into this fair value gap. I don't know, it has not gotten in yet. If price gets into this fair value gap, I'll look for my lower time frame confirmation to sell. If price enters rejection block, I'll look for sales. If it takes out London high, I'll look for sales. If it attacks this OB, I'll look for sales. Even this FG, I'll look for sales. Anything here, even this rejection block here, I look for sales. Anything here where I get confirmation is good to sell. But remember, I have only 2 slots to trade every single day. So it depends on where price goes first and where I get confirmation first. So if price enters here but doesn't give me confirmation, fails it and comes here, doesn't give me confirmation, takes here, give me confirmation, that would be my takes here and give me confirmation, that would be my first sell, right? So it depends on where gets attacked first and where I get my entry confirmation on my 5 minutes time frame. That's when I'm going to sell. Other than that, nothing. Okay. And if I sell once, I get cooked. Sell the second time, I get cooked. I'm done for the day. I don't care what the market is gonna do too. We'll be back till tomorrow. So that's my plan for GBP AUD. Okay. So for gold, um, what's my plan? So I don't see anything worth doing in gold. Now gold is in the most manipulated state ever. So we are in a bullish trend, high, low, created a higher high, we have retraced to this level. We are supposed to be going here, but can you see what the weekly candles are doing there? pulling back from this place because a lot of traders are trying to buy into that place. It's famous online. That price is going to 5-6, and because of that, price is refusing to go to 5-6 because a lot of people are buying and it's going to go down. So since we are bearish on the daily, I don't want to get involved with anything gold. So when am I going to get involved in gold? Probably late, but when everything gets obvious and aligned. So it instances I'll get involved with gold. If price pulls here, gives a low, breaks, and then becomes bullish, then we might consider buying gold. Okay. Um, Another thing is if we have a break above this high, which is gonna, which by the time it happens, we might not even have any successful pullback to go up. But then, in case we have, that's when we'll be looking for buys again to this place. But other than that, I'm just keeping good on the sidelines. Okay, Euro USD. I'm still very much bearish on Euro USD. From the monthly perspective, what's price doing? We took out a monthly target buy side liquidity. So we are running down. And of course, we have a key level on the monthly that price is sitting right here. Okay. Of course, we have that kind of key level. So we are not going to act on that key level until price tells us. If not, we are still focusing on this delivery. So now we're on the key level, no reaction on the weekly time frame. When I mean no reaction, there is probably rejections there, but I mean um behaviors like this. No. I know some of you be like, on the lower time frame you will see it. Well, to me it's scam. Any reaction that is not solid on the weekly time frame from a key level like this, then I'm not gonna trust what the lower time frame is gonna do because you see this move that happened here. Yes, that's lower time frame reacting to it, and a lot of people think it's ready to buy. Now, what you see, gap down, and we are pulling in, so you can't trust that. The real um sign that yes, this level is gonna hold long term to go higher is if the weekly starts showing it, and that's gonna take some weeks for it to happen. Since one candle here represents a week, so for now, I'm still heavily bearish, and I'm expecting these lows and these lows to get taken. That's what I'm expecting long term. Now on the daily, I'm still very, very much bearish. We have taken out this low, and that doesn't mean we're trying to reverse. Okay, to me, it's a break of structure, and I'm still looking at this lows in alignment with weekly. Okay, so that's it. Okay, for the daily time frame. So what about 4 hours? So what's 4 hours doing? 4 hours is still bearish the way I left it. Okay, last week still bearish, but now I need price to fill up this gap and react here. Now once we are in this zone, I can look at my lower time frame entries. Okay, now if price doesn't respect this zone, it is free to take out these highs, even take out these highs, and I'll still be bearish. I'll stop being bearish if price takes out this high. I would calm down on bearishness for the meantime until the 4 hours realign bearish again. So that's my plan for Euro USD. So USD JPY. USD JPY, I have good plans for it also. Bullish plan. So remember last week when I told you guys that power is changing hands on the monthly. Before we're selling based on this monthly run and we're looking lower prices, but price got to objective, which is OB. And now this OB is showing that it's strong. And that strength is showing is that price is now chasing this level. Okay, monthly deal. So price is not chasing this level, and that's really, really great. It looks good. So let me just remove that. I don't want to care to look rowdy. So on the weekly, from this level, what do you see? Price has broken this high. So it means we are headed here. On the daily, we are bullish. Taking out this high, retrace to fair value gap, broken this high. So we are going up. Obviously, that's where we are going. On the 4 hours, we have a gap. Now, the thing is that you have to wait for a gap to fill before you do anything. So your stop loss doesn't get to where doesn't stay where price is gonna fill. I need price to come back here. Now inside this zone, I look for my lower time frame entries to go higher. That's my long-term plan for UST JPY for USD card. Now, USD card is the most annoying pair this period. I just don't know why it's refusing to conform to my bullish analysis, but you can't force it. So, my initial plan was that our price, after taking our sell side from monthly, after I've seen some reactions, which is all these moves, expecting price to come to this place to fill up this FVG, but instead it's reacting from the FVG down. But that's fine. We have to be flexible. So in as much as that's happening, we are chilling. I'm still bullish overall, but then daily and week and 4 hours is not is telling me something else. So I'm going to respect what daily and 4 hours is telling me, and I'm not going to engage. Now, I'm not engaging the sales. I'm not engaging the buys. I'll just be neutral. So daily looks like price is crashing down. That's okay. 4 hour looks like price is crashing down. That's okay. I only want to buy, and these guys are not buying. I don't want to sell either because we are still holding on to this logic. I'm still holding on to this sell side taking. I'll only get fully confident with the sales if price crosses this low, and I'm going to be patient till it happens. You have to make sure you're only trading when everything is hyper clear, or else, sorry about the noise, rain is funny, or else you never ever be profitable if you're trying to predict moves. So I'm chilling. If bulls enter this market, we'll get a ranging market even more, which is not going to be that good. But sales, no, I'm chilling on sales. I'm going to see what price is going to do. Like, I don't want to ride this trend today. I'm not sure yet. So that's all my plan for this week. I'm going to execute according to these plans, and I'll drop the feedback and how I performed at the end of the week. Again, win or loss, I don't mind. I'm doing this for accountability purposes. Okay, see you guys next video. Peace.